what's going on, everyone? All right, Adam the Movie Hunter is finally ready for his community challenge. Tim Talkie's top 25 80s movies. Not horror, not comedy, not action, movies. So, my favorite, my top 25, your top 25, hopefully everyone's top 25. Hopefully you're all doing it. So, first, if you haven't watched my video, pause, stop, go and watch Tim Talkie's video. I'll put in the link or list something down below, somewhere down there, and get ready to do your own list. So he'll give you the breakdown, the rules, the whatnot, and I recommend doing it. If you haven't did one of his lists before, I personally just did one last time, his top 90s. It was so much fun. My first time ever. So hopefully, if it's your first time watching or hearing about it, you'll join in. He's got the whole month going for this. You have the whole month, to do it. So just watch his video. He'll explain. So without further ado, my top 25. I put some time into this. I actually pulled 55. I stopped at 55 movies. So I'm not going to show you that. I actually am not even going to show you honorable mentions. I am going to spill the beans. I'm going to just do something different. I have so many honorable mentions that I'm going to do a whole nother video on honorable mentions. So, sorry, Tim. I'm going to break the rules. I'm only going to give you my 25. I'm going to give it a couple of days, but I just, there's so many good movies. I just can't not share my honorable mention video. What didn't make the list video. So let's stop talking about what's not on the list and all this other stuff, but what's on mine. So with number 25, and these are going to span from the 80s to 89. All of my movies just randomly somehow was from 80 to 89. Not in particular order, but I've covered, I think, every year somehow. I don't know. Didn't even try and it just happened. So you're going to think it's crazy for me, but 25, Porky's. So, boom. That's the first one. It's 81, Tim. So I have checked all of them for you to make sure it's one of his rules, one of his main rules. Make sure all the movies are from the era. So, boom. Porky's, raunchy comedy, classic. Can't go wrong with it. It's 25. So I'm not going... Some of these, I don't want to make this too long. So I'm just going to go through the movies. I'm not going to explain too much and all that from here. Just show you the movies. Number 24. 1984. Red Dawn. The original, the OG. The killer cast. The one, this movie. So good. It was, it's great. I just want to say too much. 23. We got Rad. 1986. I've shown you other versions of the lenticular vinegar syndrome version, but I just broke out Rad. So, because we're just going down movies. We're not showing off pictures or cover art and all that. So, put that right there. It's going to be hard to try to keep this all organized, but there we go. So that was 23. So we're 22. I think it's crazy, but 22 is actually Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. The Dream Warrior one is just, it's my favorite. So when I thought of all the movies, all these ones that came out in the 80s, this is the one that's going to make my top 25. Because it's my top 25, not yours. This is mine. You could put the original and maybe that's in the honorable mentions. But number 3 or 23 or 22 22 is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. So see how that could get confusing. Lots of numbers in there. So next we've got number 21. So you take a moment there. Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. This one's from 85. So made the cut, 1985. You're going to notice I went a lot of the VHS. I have a version, I think I covered from VHS, DVD to Blu-ray to, I think, 4K on all of this. I try to pick at least one format for, I covered all of them. So there we go. Pee Wee Herman, number 21. Great movie. Who doesn't like Pee Wee's Herman? Pee Wee Herman. Or I can't even do it right now. Batman. I was torn on this one. This is number 20. So Batman's number 20. 89. What can I say? It's the Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, who's the best Batman ever. I loved it. When this thing came out, it was just iconic. Everybody went to the movies to watch this movie. Batman was just like, oh wow. Okay, like everybody watched it. I watched it multiple times in the theater. And I'm not even a DC guy. Like I was never DC, and Batman, that one right there, can still watch right now. Like, put it on, I'll watch it. So what do we got next? Okay, just watch this too. It's made sure to make the cut. Vacation. National Lampoon's Original Vacation. This movie was great. It's classic. It's 1983, so boom, it's in there. And this 4K edition, it looked beautiful. I loved it. So definitely Vacation. With Clark and everybody, it's the one. So here we go. Number 18. 1986, Aliens. One of my favorite sci-fi horror action adventure, like it's everything. I mean, Aliens is the best for me. I mean, this is why it's made the top 20. So I mean, there's so many good movies. It was so hard to make this list. I mean, this could be right now, if I redid it, could be in the top 10. So top 5. Like, I just didn't want to keep rechanging. So there we go. Aliens, number 18. Right there. All right, we got here 17. Yes, 17, 1984, part 4 of the franchise, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This is my favorite out of probably all of them. It's weird because it's like 4, 3, probably. I don't want to get, it's not a Jason ranking order, but anyways, Friday the 13th final chapter is number 17. So that one's probably not going to be, it's not going to make tops, Tim's top 25, but it's on my top 25. So next we've got number 16, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I love this movie. Everyone doesn't really like this movie, but I love it. It's the 86 classic. This is, I wish I had a different version, but this is the one I pulled out. I have a lot of versions, what I was talking about, but this is I wish I had a different VHS one, because there's a couple, and this is the basic, the movie time. But anyways, it works. It's beautiful, because still not like some easy to find everyday, movie. Now, this one was hard. I wanted to put it way up there, but knowing what's in still the top 15, because, well, technically this is 15, top 14. This was fine. So, number 15. Just want to get it right here. Return of the Living Dead. Everyone knows I love this movie, how much it is one of my favorites. It definitely hits 85. So name it quickly. It's a good one. So Return of the Living Dead, number 15. Okay, we're getting closer. So 14. Yep, I do have them in the right order, so we're not going to get all screwed up here. When I watched this movie, it became one of my favorites. It's still one of my favorites. It's Police Academy. But anyways, Police Academy, Mahoney and the gang. This is a iconic 80s, just classic. It's beautiful. It's fun. Just wonderful fun family time. Like family fun in the 80s was Police Academy. So at least at my house. So that was number 14. What we got next here? Yes. 13. Great Outdoors. Dan Aykroyd, John Candy. I don't know if it's everyone's favorite, but this is like, it was so fun watching this movie in the 80s. It was big, it was popular for me in like my town or whatever, but The Great Outdoors. This one is I mean, I want to eat the what's the steak again? The 72, I don't remember. The raccoons though, making fun of. I loved The Great Outdoors, and that's why it is number 13. We're on to 12. Okay. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Great. Just this one made me not want to go to school. It taught you how to, heat up the thermometer, like to ditch, like to get sick to ditch. This was great. And I loved how it was like, was it like, what do they call it? Like how we're talking, like first person perspective or something, where I'm talking to you. Like, but you're there and I'm in the movie, but I don't know. Whatever it's called, I loved how this movie was done back in the day as a kid, and it's so big. This thing was 80s. It's 80s. So it could even be higher, but Ferris Bueller's from 86, number 12. That's where it landed on my list. Whew, this one's a good one, I think. Number 11. 11. So this is from 88, License to Drive. The Coreys, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, they were the 80s. I mean, the Rat Pack, they talk a lot about these. They were the 80s. Corey and Haim and Feldman, this is probably, I think, their, in my opinion, best movie ever together. Like, I still need to upgrade that Blu-ray. It's not too expensive, but it's expensive kind of thing. Because, it's getting worse. But yeah, this is my Anchor Bay, beautiful, wonderful movie that just, it's the best. It's not the best. It's one of the best. One of the best. So it's right there because it's number 11. This one and this one probably could have, either one of them could have swapped places. So here's my number 10. What's happening? Hot stuff. 16 Candles. This thing is this. Oh, again, just oozes 80s. It's one of my favorites. I think a lot of people love this movie. I don't know if I even have anything more than this for some reason. Like, I think I don't have anything but a DVD. I have to look at my inventory thing, but this was the first. It came right up because it's very in the top of the order of rewatched DVDs. So 16 Candles, number 10. Gotta have it, gotta love it. Boom. Long Duck Dong. Hello. I actually work with Long Duck Dong. I wish he watches my videos. He would know what I'm talking about. We talk about it all the time. So, or joke about it at least. Weird Science. So we're cracking the top 10. Number 9. Number 9, Weird Science. I've talked about this movie, like I put it on list before, so gotta know I love this one. But for 80s, like this was perfect. Like it was beautiful. 85, like for 85, this was killing it. So Weird Science, number 9. I don't want to make this 2 forever, so we're gonna get going. Was it at number 8? Revenge of the Nerds, 84. Revenge of the Nerds. Again, another movie I talked about before, so I don't have to spend a lot of time. Again, it's the 80s. It just oozes 80s. I hope this makes Tim's top 10. I really do hope it's in the top 10. Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds. We got number 7, Karate Kid from 84. Karate Kid was just, I think it inspired my brother to join Taekwondo or karate. Could have been Chad, or was that some other reason? But everybody wanted to be the Karate Kid. So this was like, Cobra Kai, Mr. Miyagi Dojo. Like, you had to pick, who you were gonna be. And I don't know. It's great. Karate Kid, number 7. All right, we're getting closer. Getting closer. My number 6. Probably not everybody's. This is probably a bit high for somebody's, but this was the 80s for me. Breakfast Club. I mean, I felt like I hung out with the Breakfast Club. I watched this movie so much back then. Even just for the ending, like, just don't forget about me, guys. This movie, don't forget about it. Breakfast Club, number 6, 85. 80s all day. Okay. Top 5. Dun, 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 dun. Finally here. Number 5. From 84. We got Ghostbusters. When this thing came out, yeah, it just killed it. It was something else, Especially when I got to watch this as 6 years old or something, 5, 6. It was, yes, the Ghostbusters. Yeah, this thing was just not, and I still love the Ghostbusters. I was gonna pull out another, I had an actually right here. I was gonna have still books, but I just like this iconic ghost with the sign, the cross out, the logo. Ghostbusters. So that right there. Number 5. Number 4. 85. Number 4. Goonies. Oh, the Goonies. Goonies never say die. Goonies never say die, and that's the 80s right there. Goonies, the gang. I mean, Chunk, Baby Ruth. This movie just brings back so many fun memories from that decade, and it's my number 4. It's my number 4. Okay, another one that might be your guys are like, what? Number 3? Number 3? Number 3, because it was when I watched it, this is one of my favorite action adventure, tied in with a little fantasy. So, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This is my favorite Indiana. Short round, Indy. I just love this movie. Still, and I just rewatched it when the Steelbooks came out, and this movie's still my favorite of the series, and it's Indiana was the 80s, Indiana Jones, come on. You can imagine the next 2 that are coming up, but this one, Temple of Doom, number 3, it made the list for sure. Okay, number 2, my growing up favorite probably movie until I watched a couple other movies, or it was my favorite movie for a long time, or top 3 favorite movie forever, until I started going crazy with horror. Even then, it's still probably top 10. I don't know, crazy. I'm showing you. Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back, number 2 from 1980. This movie was the best. I just love the opening. Was it the Ice World? Was it Hoth? Can't remember now. My brain's all over the place with movies, but it has everybody in it. It's great story. I love the ending. I love the middle. I love the beginning. I love all of it. So this was 80s, at its finest. I mean, well, there's one more at its finest, the best. But this is number 2. Okay, final movie. You could probably guess it because I haven't pulled it up yet, right? We haven't taken a trip in the DeLorean, and we haven't went 88 miles per hour yet, and we haven't went back in time to save the future, or go back to the future to save the present, or past. Number one, Back to the Future. Oh yes, this is 80s all day. Number one's best. I could see a couple of these movies trying to get up there, but when you really think about it, this is number one. I mean, yes, this has got to be number one. Michael J, Marty McFly, Doc, like the Coast Guard life preserver jacket is iconic with the blue jeans. This movie, whew, it better be number one, Tim. It better be number one. Anyways, that's my list. Don't want to take it all night or all too long. Let's see here. These things are all crazy, so whoa, we're not even gonna go crazy. We're gonna start knocking stuff over. There we go. Let's put that right there. Turn the stuff on. Whoa. That would have been bad. So, do like this, like this. Nah. Yeah. There we go. Here's one set. We're gonna have like a double money shot today, which we don't really technically need, You guys get a lot of money shots. We're gonna just like, there we go. So you've seen the movies. You guys know what we're talking about. I'd rather not spill them all over the place. Yeah, that was an epic. Yeah, fail. Bad money shot. She left. She just walked out. Anyways, with that said, it's all about the movie. It's all about the list, anyways. So top 25, my top 25 80s. There you go. Stop, pause, rewind, back where you need to. Just know they're all in order. If you got that, Tim, they're all in order. That's the main thing, and they're all from the decade. So, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, later.